Imagine for a moment. Today I'll share with you something that which helps you to understand about your children's behavior. I remember when I gave birth to one child in 2011, I was in tension because I was working and nobody wanted to take care of him. My mother-in-law told I couldn't take care of him. You just arrange him anyone. So after 3.5 months, I have to go to my workplace. So I started sending him to one paid crutch. I was paying them 2000 rupees per month, but because of his odd behavior, they refused after 1 month. Then I again started searching, and with request, there was one lady in my neighborhood. I told her, I will give you 2000 rupees, please take care of my son. Then he started taking care, but within 2 3 months they also refused because they started their own business. Then I went to that government crèche because my son was only 7 months old. They refused, but they gave me idea. There was one lady who was living on that crèche to tell her to take your child's responsibility privately. So I asked her and she agreed. But it was difficult for her because of his different behavior. He couldn't feel good whensoever he changed his place. So it was difficult her to handle. Then after some time, she started living in crèche. Everyone was saying we couldn't handle him. He couldn't listen. He was very hyperactive. Then time has passed somehow. Then school started when he was 3 plus year old. Then we uh, sent him to school, and it was very small school in home science college. Only pre-nursery nursery classes were there. It was for that research based school, and on that place also he started irritating others, and he didn't listen his teacher. Whole day he was spending his time outside the class on playing with that sand, and taking swings and all. One lady who was observing him told me one day and said that your son may have some opera. It means they had some buri, that someone have done something with him, means किसी ने कुछ किया हुआ है इसको. So I got me an idea to go to one Baba, but I didn't went there. I didn't go there, and I started uh, this that finding the solution what to do, and then somehow both classes passed away. Then we admitted him in nearby school. We were living in sector 15. There were DAB school, and that was big school. Now he started going on that place, didn't listen anyone. Everyone was irritating. Called me one day, his counselor teacher, and told me to take him to doctor because you have to take seriously this problem now, otherwise it's too late. Then we started his treatment from that GMCH 32 where I was working that time, and they diagnosed him that ADHD, it's attention hyperactivity, attention deficit hyperactive disorder. So they gave him medicine. When the medicine started, he started irritating more, and I took decision to change my that job from that place to near one hospital, because it was difficult for me sometime. Immediately phone came from house and told started saying that we couldn't handle him, come and handle your son. So that time it was very difficult for me to come back immediately. Now now I we decided what to do. Yeah, when but yes, it happened. Then we yeah we I my department accepted my that request and transferred my job from that hospital to near one, and I started working. I didn't like that place, but because of my son I have to uh, I have to cooperate, I would say. Then I started his skating classes. On that place also he was irritating a lot to others, and because I was thinking the medicine whatsoever my hospital was giving no effect, so we have to take him to PGI, and we started his classes from treatment from PGI. It was that time they started. They did his all test, and all genetic test, everything we did, and he started his supplement plus two medicine. One is for hyperactive disorder and second is for obsessive compulsive behavior. He used to do spitting. He used to didn't take his slippers to the bathroom. He was smelling. He was उसको दूसरों से smell आती थी. These type of things were going on. So it's difficult to handle him, but somehow we managed, and I started understanding why he was doing this and started working on myself, because if we are calm then we can handle others and we can help others. So these things were going on. Then yeah, now in this year, yeah, many times school teachers were saying change his this school because he is not normal, and admitted him to that special school. But when I took him to special school, they were saying his mind is very sharp. There is no need to take him to this school. You just live into the normal school. So that things were going on, and this year he was diagnosed with autistic autism spectrum disorder. He had 75% autism, and uh, his problem is very different. He is very good in understanding. He is very good in writing. He is very good in that speaking, communicating, not communicating. I would like to share three things I learned 2 3 days before. One is speech. If our speech is good, speech means just like words. How many words we know and how we communicate. If our speech is clear, If we are whatsoever we speaking, if it's clear, then it means our words are clear. Then language. Yeah, we know many languages: Hindi, English, Punjabi, Pahari. I know 4 languages. On that way, everyone know languages. My son also have good in understand the languages. He can communicate in English little bit, Hindi and Punjabi and Pahari all. But the problem is understanding. So I have learned 2 things. One is receptive language, one is expressive language. He has some issue with receptive language. He couldn't understand the words, and he doesn't like also. That's why he didn't do. He is not doing. Then next is third thing is, one is speech, second is languages, then third is communication. Communication is not we can do with ourselves. It's two ways procedure. If other person can understand us, it means we are communicating, otherwise it's not. I feel like that when we are making video, we are communicating with you people, because we just try to tell our point of view with you. Just like me, today I am just trying to tell about my autistic child's that behaviors problem, how I handled and how I make myself calm, composed, relaxed with these problems. Nowadays, I take care of myself first and him also. My responsibilities and roles and responsibility I know very much, and just trying to make myself my routine so that I am able to handle everyone on a proper way. So this is the way I'm living. I'm happy with this child, no problem with me. He is very comfortable, he loves me a lot, but the problem is with others. If someone doesn't understand him, then the problem is a lot. So we have to understand children's behavior, not my child's problem, but every child have some different behavioral issues. So it's up to us how we are handling, how we are working, and how we are living our life happy. I'm doing. What about you? That's all. Thank you very much. This is Rita signing out until we meet again.